Hello everyone, this is NEI 500 at PDAC 2023. This is the second day and I'm here with Brad from Scottie Resources Corporation. Hi Brad, it's nice to see you here today.
Hi, very nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
So can you start off by giving us an overview of Scottie?
Sure. So Scottie Resources is an exploration company. We operate out of Northwest British Columbia, the Golden Triangle, and very famous place. So we're dominantly looking for gold, and we just completed in 2022 our fourth drill campaign with an awful lot of success, and so we're out hunting for gold, and again with a track record, we've been around a little bit, and our drill results speak for themselves.
Amazing. So as you said, your projects are located at BC's Golden Triangle. Is this a very favorable exploration location? How are peers doing there?
It is. Arguably, it's probably, I would argue, in the top 3 in the world for jurisdictions. Being in Canada is a lot more favorable than perhaps West Africa or South America is challenging right now. So we're in the right region. And then in the Golden Triangle, I lived most of my life in that area, so that makes me different than perhaps some other CEOs. And I was part of the Eskay Creek staking rush, and I slept 100 days up at Bronson Slope at the Snip mine. So I know the area very well, but the amount of activity in the last 3 years is even outweighs what was happening when at Eskay Creek. So we've had Newcrest coming by, my neighbor, the Pritium assets. Newmont is in the area. They bought the GT Gold assets. Then you have the Hochschild family in there. The Lundins put money into the area, BHP. So what we see is all these worldwide companies putting, confidence in the jurisdiction of which we work in. So what's successful for my neighbors also could potentially be successful for our company. So we're really happy to be in the area. And because you have these bigger companies from around the world giving confidence to the area, it's good for the area for sure. I mean, my neighbor was just bought out for $3.5 billion. So that's, that's a serious transaction, and it just knows that Newcrest is, they're looking to be there for a generation, which is good for me and for the investors and the smaller little companies in the area.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about some finances. Your company recently completed a private placement at $6.5 million. How do you plan to use the funds?
Well, just much like we have for the last few years, we're just drill holes. That's what we do. We were happy. We took $6.5 million. It took about 2 hours to do that financing, so that's very nice. Half of that was converted from charity flow through. So, if the listener understands, so even though it's printed, it says 23 cents on the news release, I get 35 cents because there's incentives. So, and again, it just goes in. Dominantly, it will be into drilling the Blueberry target. We have a very large land package with lots of potential places that we've been drilling. But right now, we're just focused on the Blueberry zone. It's giving us our best grades. It's the cheapest drilling because it's skid-based. I can just push the drills around with a bulldozer, which is a lot of exploration in the Golden Triangle requires helicopters, which just means more money per meter. So we've got... we're going to focus on that Blueberry zone, and of which, the reason we were able to raise that money is people recognize that Blueberry is something special, and we're excited to get at it.
Great. So in a sense, is Scottie a takeout target by the bigger companies in the region?
Sure, and that's the function of most juniors is, we're the exploration team for a major company. I just don't know which one yet. And because of the activity, and then, so my other neighbor to the south is the old Premier mine, which is Scottie Resources. So that's North America's next producing mine. So they'd be pouring gold in less than 12 months. And a big Peruvian family just put, a very large stake into that. So yes, that's what we do. But we're in no rush right now to sell. If you're at the bottom of the market and the work that we've done, yes, the function is that this is built to sell off to a bigger person who, so it's shovel ready for the mining. And so that's what we're trying to create and put forward and have all the confidence in the world that when the time's right, that we are certainly will be a target for sure, if we're not already. Yeah.
I see. So, as you said, there are so many exciting news from our company. Are there any catalysts or milestones in the next 12 months that the investors should be looking for?
No, I think pretty much what you saw last year and the year before is what's going to happen. We're not changing anything. I mean, the market's frustrating for me and every company out there. But because of the success we had, the catalyst is, let's do another 20,000 meters. We haven't picked exactly how many meters we're going to do yet, but that's probably in the realm of what we're going to do. One of the catalysts, or one of the moves that we've done in the last 6-7 months, is we bought our royalties back. So we're royalty free at the Blueberry Scottie Gold Mine. That should just show investors how confident we are with our project. So I think the catalysts, you know, Scottie's going to continue to do a big drill program, but the turning on of the mill at Ascot, maybe that's a catalyst, because then I'm sandwiched between two operating mines, which is, for a junior exploration company, is very, very good. And you know, we lack nothing in infrastructure, so I don't have a road to build. We have a hydro power line right on our property border. I have a mine permit, even though we're not going mining. So all those things are out there for everyone to see, but no, we're just going to go to work real hard and keep drilling holes. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So my last question for you is that why should investors look into your company?
Well, again, so the market is crazy right now, and you know, I could complain about my stock price or anybody else, you know, of the probably 800 companies here this week. What I would encourage investors to do is, if you look at the stock price that we have today, is that you're paying at the same price that Eric Sprott paid, that Yamana paid. You know, we have a very, very strong Swiss family office, so nobody's ahead of you, right? Because the market being what it is, you get to buy our company like we haven't had a discovery, but we have a discovery. Where with a lot of companies, you're hoping that they find a discovery. So I think this is something to take into consideration. There's nobody in front of you. You're going to buy at the same price as some of the strongest shareholders in the company. And the fact that my neighbor was paid $3.5 billion to buy the Bruce Jack assets, you know, the premier mill is going to be starting. You go, this is a very good opportunity, again, because we have a discovery, but we're trading like we haven't had a discovery, right? So we delineated a lot of risk. Like in this industry, it's a very risky business, and you could have good, hardworking, honest, the smartest geologists, but until you put those holes in the ground, it's very challenging. You know, the reason the gold price is so high is very hard to find, but we found some, and so you get to buy like we haven't, and that's opportunity in the market. So I think if people are, you know, trying to consider if they're going to put risk assets, because junior exploration is risky, you just consider and go, well, they do have a discovery, and just really take the time to look in it. And again, we're available. Just contact me on the email, and I'll sit down on a Zoom call and I'll show you the models. And you know, that's all we can do is tell our story. And you know, when people start caring about gold, I always say this. If Scottie Gold doesn't make it, then nobody's making it in the industry, and that's I truly believe that. So I think there's good value there, a lot less risk because we have a discovery already. No one's been rewarded, so it's a very good time to come into the stock.
I'm sure the investors are excited for all the opportunities from Scottie. Thank you for being here with me.
I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.